Okay. Whatever, welcome back to Breslov Efrat, Baruch Hashem, here at Shira David in Efrat, Baruch Hashem. Another beautiful, beautiful, beautiful day here. It's warmer today, Baruch Hashem. And hopefully we'll have a nice sunny day. Baruch Hashem, unbelievable. Every day the days here is so special, right?
That's right.
We're so blessed, mamish. And we hope that we'll see big Yeshuas for the Chayalim, the soldiers, the Chatufim, the captives, wherever they are. Only Hashem knows, right? And again, the Pitsuim, all those injured. Let's not forget the injured. Let's always daven for them. For the injured soldiers and the people that were maimed and injured, and it's
so many.
It's so many. And people don't generally talk about it, and that's they're suffering. All the families are. So we daven that Hashem should bring all Klal Yisrael big Yeshuas in the slus that it's the month of Adar. Okay, Mishenichnas Adar Marbim B'Simcha. Okay, all right, so we're learning in Likutey Halachos, Baruch Hashem with Siyata D'Shmaya. Always deep learning. Hilchos Beit Hakneset, we're in Halacha Hey, and today we're up to Chav Dalet. So Halacha 5, and today we're up to 24, 524. Okay, so we were learning this whole idea of Zechroinos, right? We have on Rosh Hashanah, right? We have the Malchias, Zechroinos, and Shofars, right? And we went through the three ideas of why Shofars is first, and then Zechroinos, and then we come to Shofars, right? And yesterday we focused on the fact that Zechroinos starts off with Noach, right? We start off with Noach, and we want to understand why does Zechroinos start off with Noach? Right? We're talking about Zoich Abris because the whole idea was there was such corruption in the world, right? As far as immorality, that even we said that even the animals, right? Even the animals were involved in the immorality, which is something very strange to think about, right? Even the animals were affected. Right? It's something very, 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 very bizarre, right? Even the animals, and that's why Noach had to take in the teva, the animals, right? Because they all had to be destroyed as well. But we said that Noach was the tzaddik because even though he had the flood waters, right? The mabel, the flood waters, we said when we have in our minds, right? We always get flooded with different thoughts of taiva, different thoughts of lusts and immorality and different things. Where does that come from? Right, that all comes from the other side that's trying to pull us down. But that's what we need. We're going to learn today. We need to go in the way of pshitas, right? We need to go in the way of pshitas, simplicity, right? Learn things and keep your mind busy with simplicity. Right, in other words, follow the protocols. Right, we know we have a very nice simple things to do. Right, we go to a mikveh. Right, we say we have our tikkun klali, we have our zbaydus. Right, we have our lines of defense. Right, these are lines of defense that we have, and just believe I'm doing these things, and these are helping my neshama and helping me to go where I have to. Now here we're going to start with 24. And all this, if you want to be able to cleanse yourself from the flood waters and to be pure, to purify your mind, you have to connect to the tzaddikim, because the tzaddikim are the ones that can help cleanse the way and dry up all of those floods, to dry them up and to keep the person in the right way. Here he says here, Ki kol bilbulei hamachshavos rois heim bechinas hakmumius va'akmus amkus, right? As the Sitra Achar Rachman Lotzlan. The whole idea of the Sitra Achar is coming with his akmumi, he's coming with his crookedness, right? He comes with his crookedness to try, and he brings it in a certain way, you know. Oh, you'll just see this, and this is okay. This is okay, right? This is okay,
You're
right?
not going to be influenced by this. Trust me.
No.
I'm saying that's
No,
what
no,
the
exactly.
Satan is saying.
No, exactly. I want to tell you something. YouTube is constantly sending me emails. You can make money on your videos, and I say to them, I'm not interested in that. We're not doing this to make money. They say because you could we'll put advertisements in the video. We'll put advertisements, and then you can earn hundreds of dollars each time you post a video. I said, okay, can I control the ads? No, no deal. It was you think you're watching something of holiness, and the next thing you know, boom, it pops in, and this happens, right?
Yeah, sure does.
I'm just giving you an example like this, how it works. You think you're doing the right thing, and you maybe are doing the right thing. And then the next thing you know, you wind up, wow. Right? Did it ever happen to anyone? Did it ever happen to you? What you saw?
Of course.
And then you see this thing pop, right?
Every day.
Every day. Okay, so there you go.
Open my phone to open a Siddur. And then the notification pops up. And I'm like, what I was doing already like 15 minutes later. Like
You don't even know, right? You get so
how
in
did I
it.
get in here? Like,
No. So that's the whole point, right? No, but they make it so nice, right? You know, we'll just put it. Yeah, they said it's only for 30 seconds, and then it can go back on. And if they don't like it, you can exit out. But it's still,
But you can't exit out right away. You have to.
it has to go on.
You have to go on 5 seconds.
Has to go on. They get interested in that.
The worst one for me is when I'm trying to use move it, and I'm trying to either catch a bus or a train.
Right, yeah, it comes up.
And I got to put up with this 10 seconds of.
Well, they're doing that only. They make money like that.
Of course they do.
Yeah, they make money on the advertisements. Well, they don't. Well, listen, Move It doesn't charge you to use the app. The app is free,
Right.
so they got to make. All right.
Use YouTube.
Okay. Well, I guess.
probably the paid version won't have ads.
You what?
The paid version, if like they force it to pay, then
And I don't know. That I don't know. I don't think most people pay. So therefore, I just gave you an example of what we're trying to say over here, where you're doing something, you think you're doing the right thing, and you may be doing very well, and then the next thing you know, you just wind up veering off the path.
Chaim, you said the tzaddik takes the confusion out of your mind. Actually, his advice takes it out of your mind.
His advice and being connected to the tzaddik.
Right.
When you're connected to tzaddikim, the tzaddikim help us.
Hashem is the one that takes it out.
No, but I understand. But you need the tzaddik to help you.
Advice. You
It's a
need
free
Right,
gift.
right. The same way when we were standing on Har Sinai, right? Hashem was giving us the 10 Commandments, right? So He gave us the. He said, no, Hashem, that's great. We need Moshe. Please, we need Moshe. We can't. We love you, Hashem. We can't deal with this. Please, you tell it to Moshe. He'll give it over to us. And then we always need the tzaddikim. All through the generations, we need our tzaddikim. The tzaddikim are the ones that help guide us in the right way. Right? I mean, we all can relate to that, correct? Okay, here we go. Okay, now. Ki zeh klal godol biyadenu. V'tzrichin liskor zois b'chol eis b'rega, shemachshava biyad ha'odam la'toisa ki ritzoynei b'chol eis. Now, you have to know this now. Your thoughts are in your control, and you can guide them. Right? This is a very important lesson here. Right? We have control of our thoughts, we have control of our thoughts, and we can guide our thoughts to the way we want them. Right? But again, if you understand that, right, you have to understand that you can only think about one thing at a time. And when that thought comes in, right, that you don't want to be thinking about. So we learned the concept, right? If you're going to try to stop thinking about it, it's going to get stronger, right? The thought gets stronger. So what do? Change the thought. Think of something else. Just ignore it. Just change it. If you try to fight it, it'll get stronger, right? If you don't engage it, it'll die down, right? But it may come back again and again and again and again. You have to keep changing the thought, but sooner or later you'll have reprieve from it. Okay, this is what I believe what he means here. B'chol eis berega shamachshav biyad adam latoisek yiritzayne b'chol eis ki efshe shiyu shnei machshavos biyachad b'shum oifen. You can't be thinking about two things at once. Mishum, it's impossible. What does mishum mean? It's impossible, right? That means it's impossible. No way, really, but it's impossible to have two thoughts at the same time, right? I mean, today people think, no, I can multitask, right? People say they multitask, right? I can multitask. What's multitask? Right? I can do multiple things at the same time. But at the same time you're doing multiple things, you're only doing one thing at a time. You're in the middle, you keep switching back and forth, but you're only focused on one thing at that second. You can't be doing two things at one moment. You can't. What, you want to say something, David?
I was just say you never met my wife.
Oh, really? Why did?
She can women are a little better at multitasking, but it's still one thought at a
But
time.
they go back and forth.
You're right.
Sometimes it looks seamless.
Right.
Sometimes it seems seamless, but they're still doing one thing at a time.
Right.
One thing, good morning. Okay, כי אפשר שיהיו שני מחשבות ביחד בשום אופן, ואפילו עם מחמס, הרגל, מכבר, even if it happened, you were so used to thinking of certain things for a very long time, and you became accustomed to it. These are the things I think about, right? ורוגל אצלי שתלך וסייסה, מחשבתי ברעיונס רואים רחמנא ליצלן. And a person may be living his life for many years, thinking about, whatever, for many, many, many years, had all kind of foreign thoughts, all kind of strange thoughts. And that was normal for the person, right? It was normal. He didn't know that there was such a thing, right? There are many times you have Yibalei Tshuva that they didn't notice anything, had no idea. They thought this is what life is, right? They saw TV, and they saw the actors. They saw that this is what I need to do. So how did they know, right? Afal pichein habechira biyad bechol eis letofsa. I can still. It doesn't matter. It may be more. Of course, it's going to be more difficult, right? The Rebbe is not saying it's going to be this is not going to be easy, right? But you can take hold. You can take the reins, and you can take hold of it. You can take hold of it. And you can guide it. That's why I said the reins. You take the reins, and like the same way a horse, right? The horse wants to go in the other way. You take the reins, you hold on to it, then you can guide the horse by moving the reins. And that's what you can do with your mind as well, right? You can do that with the mind. It's fascinating that we can really control our thoughts.
Yeah, they also make it easier with horses, putting the...
They put the blinders on. Yeah, okay. So we can do that also. That's Shmiras Anayim. If I watch what I see, so it makes it easier for me as well. Right?
Yeah. It's not
What?
It's not just seeing. The idea is like, you don't look too much.
You don't focus on other things, right? You keep the derech hayosha. We learned about it, right?
Yeah.
You have to go latoyse not the yamin, the small. You go straight, right? Go straight. Go down the straight path.
Good news is
Yeah.
the first look is free.
Ah, there you go.
What do you say?
What'd you say?
The first look is free. First look is free.
Oh,
It's free, but it's still
Even then,
down.
you're
But
saying, no, really.
but it's still on your mind.
Nothing is free. Nothing is free.
No. You'll still have no. Again, you're not in trouble for it, of course, but you still have to deal with the thought.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
It's not
Exactly.
free.
That's why it's not free.
I still have to deal with the aftermath, right? I know as I saw it, I didn't get it, but now it's still in my mind.
So like when they're traveling or something like these, I mean, you're just, I don't know. I like
You're vulnerable.
You look at your feet. You look at the ground the whole time.
You try to look down, yeah. Like you take a look. Take example, like Rabbi Weinberger, right? He needs glasses. He never wears his glasses. He doesn't wear his glasses. If he's driving, he'll wear his glasses.
Right.
If he's in a room with his family, with people, you'll see he's wearing his glasses. But in the street, you'll never see him wearing his glasses.
It's easier that way.
He's not blind. I mean, you just don't see it as clear, right? So you don't, right? So that's a good idea to do sometimes also.
You said you take your glasses off
Yeah.
in the city.
Yeah, I like to do that. Yeah.
I tried that, but
You don't wear glasses.
I used to.
Oh, you-
I get one
you have
is
contact,
minus,
okay.
all this plus now, but then it leaves room for imagination.
Okay. But then, no, wait a second.
Can't move with this guy. He doesn't know what-
No, but wait a second. No, but wait. No. So, but again, no, but Sasha, but you have the way to control the thought. You can
If you want
control
to.
the thought.
If you want to.
Okay, Baal Korcha v'latoyse l'derech hayosh. Okay, K'mevaya mizeh b'mokei macher. The Rebbe talks about this in Tinyana, lesson 50. Okay, very good. Okay, Ika ha'etza hu pshitos utmimus. And therefore, the main advice I can give you, Reb Nosson saying is here, you go b'derech ha'pshitos, simplicity. You serve Hashem in a simple way. If you do that, you just do simple things. I'm saying Tehillim, I'm doing my Yisbaitis, which are all deep things. They're great things. But it's a derech hapshitas. Okay, sheyargul atzmai livli leilechim chochmois livli lachshev shum machshavos yiseres. I don't have to think extra things, because when I start to think more, then the mind imagines, like you said, Sasha, right? Stay focused. Stay focused, simple. Keep it simple. Right? Okay. Rak yavshit machshavtai betachlis hapshitas v'tmimus ba'al yarbe lachshay b'shum davar. Don't start thinking, imagining. That's what it's saying, right? Don't start that imagination, right? Because then you never know where it's going to take you to, right? You never know where it's going to take you. Okay. Befrat binyan hatay v'haro azois, especially when it comes to the pagama bris, right? When a person starts to think of these things, you never know where it's going to take you, and therefore just don't go down that path.
We have many examples. We have many examples around.
You have many examples?
Yeah, like whatever, like people.
You
Like
want-
where it takes them. We know where it can take people.
Yeah, people have gone they're off the deep end, right?
Yeah, so bad.
All because of their imagination, right? All through imagination. Person imagines, if I do this, that's going to be great, right? And it's all imagination. The koyach hadimyan, right? We talked about that a lot, right? It's the koyach hadimyan, right? The dimyan, the imagination, right? The imagination is it's amazing, right? But we can also, that's why we said when you see the tzaddik, I can imagine, I can make something myself also. I can also accomplish something, right? Right? And then you can imagine in that way, right? That's why Riyas Pnei Tzaddik is a big thing, right? Riyas Pnei Tzaddik, right? To see the Tzaddik. Yes.
I don't know if you're there yet, but this is so hard to do sometimes. If you think about how to overcome the passion, that causes more overwhelming confusion.
Yeah, we said, but that's what you
You
just.
have to just pick up the book and read something different.
You have to change the thought. If you engage it, it'll get stronger.
But if I change the thought, so how am I going to overcome this?
No, you don't do that. You don't have to You don't have to overcome it. You just change it.
Change the
Think
thought.
of something else. You just abandon it. You abort that thought. Finished. Get rid of it. Okay, sheyesh b'nei adam sheyesh lahem chakiras v'inyanim v'rayonim roim miyoid b'inyan hamius hazeh. In this, right, when it comes to immorality, the mind can go all kind of crazy places. Ki nidbak ruach shtus v'shigyo in mamis b'machshavtam ad shechoishvim ma shechoishvim kashehem yoidim ba'atzman rachman l'tzan. As everyone knows in themselves where their imagination has taken them to, and the stumblings and the things that our trials and tribulations we dealt with, right? Everyone knows. And whatever we came to the thing and whatever. Okay, Now, v'linotzel mizehu rak ayedei darkei hatamimus apshita shel hatzadik emes. The way to get out of this, right? You want to stop it, right? So now take on the derech hapshitas. It's not complicated, right? You know, a lot of this Swarm will tell you, when to do tshuva is very complicated, right? They'll tell you it's so It's not. Yiddishkeit is not complicated. It's not. Yiddishkeit is not. It's not hard to be a Jew and to be a Torah observant Jew. You learn what you need to know, and that's it. Know what you're doing, and that's it. Learn halach every day. You daven every day. Hisbodedus every day. Mikvah. These are all important things, right? You do these things, you'll stay on the derech of pshitas, the derech of Torah, right? Emes. Ki riboy hamachshavas afilu lebechinas hasholim, right? Dahainu. What he means here, the idea, kidei levatel atayva zois hu gam kein goyrim his garbus atayva. You try to come up with different ideas. How am I going to stop thinking of this? Then it's going to get worse.
Don't fight it.
Don't. Just get rid of it. Just abort it. Think of something else. We just said it's impossible to have two thoughts at the same time.
It's like jump on different horse.
Yeah, get off that horse, right? Oh, you like the horse, right? Right. Sasha likes the horse, right? I forgot.
It's just like always things in Miami. There's a like famous Russian song. My thoughts are my horses.
Your thoughts are your horses.
Yeah,
Okay, that's it.
It's a line.
But that's in the Rebbe's story, right? The guy was running. He was running after the animals. Now, what are the animals? His animals were Zaveras.
And my posuk is Elo Varecha Ve'elo Vasusim.
Ride the turtle.
Your turtle? You have a turtle?
Ride the turtle.
Oh, ride the turtle. Okay.
As you say, the slower I go, the further I get.
Right, okay. So basically, this is the idea. You can't think of two things at once. So just change the thought to something else. And then the imagination is going to start again with you. So just imagine something else. Imagine something else. Change the thought. Change it. Start imagining something else. We can try it. You'll see it will work. Because you can't think of two things at once.
One of my friends said he thinks of the New York Yankees.
And how's that helping?
Thinks like of Derek Jeter when a bad thought comes, like one of the players.
So he thinks of Derek Jeter? Okay.
No, he's like, he thinks of baseball. He thinks of the Yankees.
Okay,
he
fine,
thinks of the
okay.
Yankees
I want to hear
lineup.
good Torah, but
Okay, listen, whatever works. Okay, thinking of
The Yankees lineup.
Fine, okay. Okay, if
He's
that
done. That's it.
wonderful.
He's off.
He goes from one studio to another. No problem. But if that works, it's wonderful.
Well, he
But
changed
he
the
changed
thought.
it. Listen, now he's to that, and he can go to something else. Maybe he uses that as the stepping stone, right?
Yeah.
He steps onto that stone, so he can go on to another one.
You could use when you're at the game and the buzzer went off and they won. How did you feel?
Good.
כדי לבטל הטייבה, אוקיי, הוא גם גורם הסגרבס הטייבה כמו שכוסה בסעיף א' בייס, אל תכנוס עם פיתואיך בטוין ונטמן. Don't go into that, into the pitu. Don't go into the how do you explain that? Don't go into the situation that you're thinking about because you're not going to be able to get out. It's not going to work. Don't start to discuss it. Okay. It's impossible of necessity to explain this for you, Biksav, to write this. Everyone has their own ideas. Everyone has their own, parameters of their life and where the situations that they found themselves in. Rav Nassan's just giving us an idea. Whatever your situation is, just know you're no different than anybody else. You can only think about one thing at a time. And if you take on the derech hapshitas, you can be successful. So let's all try that, right? Let's try that. The mind starts thinking, let me see, I want to see this thing. Right? We said that the eyes are agents of the mind. Remember we learned that, right? The eyes are agents of the eyes. The eyes are the agents of the mind. right? The mind senses something's going on, but the mind can't see anything. The mind doesn't know. So the mind instructs the eyes, go look at this thing. I want to know what this is, right? Now, so if your thoughts are correct, so then the mind is not going to tell the eyes to look at things that it's not supposed to. Correct? It's all based on the thought, right? The mind is what controls all the organs of the body. Correct? Right? The mind wants to go somewhere, so it tells the feet, okay, let's go. Right? They want to pick something up, so the mind says, okay, arm, pick this thing up. That's how it works, right? That's how all the organs work, correct? Mm-hmm. Right? I mean, that's basically how it works. Okay. Again, he can't stress this enough, to go in the derech hapshitas. Right? That's the main thing, to go in the advice of the tzaddikim, in the ways of pshitas. Cry out to Hashem. Don't be afraid. Cry out to Hashem. Hashem, help me, Hashem. Right? I need help. I'm being drowned by these thoughts, and I'm trying my best to change the thought, but it keeps coming back. I don't know what to do. Hashem, help me. Right? Cry out to Hashem. Help. Anyone that's already used to and involved in whatever, watching and seeing all the different things all through their life, whatever age they're at, right? Don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on yourself at all. You don't have to give up. You could change. You could make a change. Everyone can change. We should never, ever, ever give up. You want to say something, Yossi?
No, I'm trying to like you move by this, which is that you're not defined by your habits. You could actually.
Right. It's against psychology.
Break.
Right.
And say, look, come on.
This is different. This is the real psychology. You're not. Why? Because we said every day, I'm a new bria today. So if I'm a new bria today, okay, so whatever happened yesterday, happened yesterday. And whatever happened for the past 30 years, 40 years, okay. But now I'm different. Why do I have to do that again?
You are what you repeatedly do, so you can be defined by your habits if you continue to fall into this trap.
Right.
That's,
Right, but the Yetzer Hara tells you, no, that's another advice of the Yetzer Hara. He tells you you're horrible in this.
Are you? You are what you repeatedly do.
Yeah.
Is that?
No, that's what the Yetzer Hara says. No, the Yetzer Hara is telling you that.
Look, if you repeatedly work out, you're in shape.
Yeah.
If you repeatedly eat a lot, you're going to be overweight. Like, you are what you repeatedly do. So when you keep overcoming these obstacles, then you're not that person. You're not that.
You take yourself out of that chapter
But
and
if
you come into a new
continue to
chapter.
do these bad things over and over.
Oh, then you can.
That's what you are.
Yeah, the thing that I realized, the possibility of changing it. Today is a new day. I'm different. I don't have to be
then you
like
stop doing it.
they say. I don't have to do these habits for 30 days to break it.
Well,
I can-
then you stop. Then you're stopping doing it. So you're not what you're repeatedly doing.
No.
Because you stop doing it. But when you continue to do something over and over and over again, that's who you are.
Yeah, okay. At that time,
That's who you were.
but you can
And
change it
You
at
can
any
change it.
moment.
You can change
Yes.
For all the guys sitting pretty that are, seemingly tzaddikim and they're doing everything, right, and that's great, and they finish this and that, great. But like that was for them. I mean, I don't.
And then you have to start again now.
Yeah, that's right. You can't rest on your laurels. Is I guess the name.
Well, what's it? We said with even Rabbi Nachman. Okay, he would sit there and say, "I don't know anything."
Yeah.
He would make a shul, I don't know, and then the next thing a minute he would connect to the Chesed Chinam, and he would draw down. He would tell over the greatest lesson 78. The lesson based on here. This is based on lesson 78 in the second book. All of this teaching. He gave
Back
the.
and forth. I don't know anything.
I don't know anything. And then the next thing he tells over this magnificent teaching, and then he goes back, I don't know anything. But he believed it, because I'm different. The Rebbe Nachman before Now I don't know. Oh, now I know. Oh, but now I don't know. He said he's always changing. He's not the same person. He's not Hurgul in anything. You understand that? You see the thing, like you were saying, Yaniv, you were saying the guy he keeps doing it. That's who he is.
Yeah, well, I didn't say it.
No.
Stephen Covey said it.
No, whatever. Okay, whatever.
That's where I got it from.
I'm not okay. But the
Is
idea.
that one of the 7 principles?
That's what he says in his book.
Yeah, but he was wrong. He wasn't writing all this stuff.
You know, Mordechai had a workshop, business
He
based,
used to be a former top Talmud.
and he sued him.
Oh, he stuck to
Who
Stephen.
sued who?
Seven habits
I
of
sued
Stephen's gonna
Stephen
write a whole
Covey.
new book on the
You
lessons
sued
he
him?
learned from
Oh yeah,
Mordechai.
and did
The
you win?
lessons, the hard lessons
You
Mordechai
won?
taught me.
Wow.
He brought Covey, but they never saw Covey fuming like this. Covey threw all the principles out the door.
He did?
But
The 7 habits.
it's true they do, because I went there a year before we even started the case. I said, listen, we go for win-win and respect each other.
Win-win.
So let's
No,
let's
You're
figure this
something.
out. And his attorneys told him it's too soon. Don't settle yet. So he didn't.
Okay, whatever. I don't even know what you're talking about. Whatever it is, okay. Rak l'tzayir b'chol pam la'Hashem yisbarach b'chol mokim shehu. Cry out to Hashem wherever you are. Doesn't matter what level you're at, because like we said, there's always a lower level than you're at. There's someone that could be lower than you. So you're not at the bottom, right? You're not going to be at the bottom. So if you're not at the bottom, you can rise up wherever you are. You can always rise up. Litvais machshavtei b'chol eis lahashiva me'amkus, right? The sitra acher, from the depths of the sitra acher, you can take it out. El mokay mayosha, take it to a straight plane. You can go to the derech hayosha. You could do it. We all can do this. We all can do this. It seems very daunting. It seems very difficult, right? But try it. It'll work. Just stop thinking about what's bothering you and try to think of something else. And then when you have a success, Mitzvah Hashem, you'll do it again, and you'll do that again, and then do that again. Right? That'll be the road to success. Okay? All right. Bechinas tamim b'spshita shel tzadik emes. V'zeh ikar tshuva bechinas shuvu la'asher ha'imku Sarah b'nei Yisrael, right? Come back from the depth of these strange thoughts. Come back from the strange thoughts of that you were involved in. V'ksiv v'shachta sheitim heimku, right? And take them. That took you away from the right path. Right, imku shechesu, right, and it took us to go down the path, the bad path. And I came to you in the deep waters, like we said, the meimei hamabel, right, the flood waters. All of them are oivrei be'emek habacha. That person will if he's over the Torah, he's going to deal with the depths of Gehenna, right? And why do we have to? Who wants to deal with that? Right? We're learning here. We can avoid all of that torment. I mean, that's something we don't even understand, and hopefully we're not going to have to experience that. We'll all do the tshuva that we're supposed to do. Right, we'll all change our thoughts the way we're supposed to, so we'll go on the derech hayosher, so we can avoid that. Al kain tzrichen l'shtadel lemalei nafshay minei shachas livroich latzadik emes l'tamimim vayishorim hanilvim aleim. And therefore, we have to save ourselves from this Gehenna. Save ourselves from that. Go. How do you do that? Run to the tzaddikim ways, the ways of the tzaddikim. Kidei sheyuchol eskabe lotzes lebroyach me'umkas to sitracha ulhamshachas me'darchas atmimas apshitas, to grab onto the way of pshitas to get me out of this. to get me out of the mess, right? So in other words, one may think this is very complicated. I was so steeped in these thoughts for so long. I need so much therapy. I got to get over it. We have to discuss it and discuss it more, right? That's what the therapists do, right? We have to discuss it. Right? You discuss, you think about it more, and you get deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper into it, like he was discussing, right?
He's saying really don't discuss it.
Don't discuss. No, I'm saying don't do that.
Get off of it.
Oh, because if you do discuss it, you just keep prolonging it.
Reinforcing it.
You're reinforcing it, and you're getting deeper into the mess.
The argument of the psychologist would be that it comes back if you don't.
Yeah.
So change your thought again. So change your thought again.
Until maybe
You have to keep doing it. Yes. Yes.
It'll never
something,
end.
but like it's like somewhere hanging that trauma.
But it's going to be there anyway. So if you go to the ways of the therapist, you pay them all sorts of all the money that you have to give them. You're still going to have the same problems. What did you accomplish?
I don't know. They say by working it back and like working on it. And
Yeah.
and like living through it again.
And that therapist is dealing with his own traumas, and he gets like himself. That guy that's sitting there, he doesn't know how to get out of himself, and he's taking all your money. I truly believe that. I truly believe that. This is the right way to do it. Anyone can do this at any time. You can only think about one thing, so just stop thinking about what's on your mind. Stop thinking. Change the thought. Think of something else.
I think what he's saying is,
Yeah.
what I think of is that I'll change my thought on this one, I'll move on, and then all of a sudden, a different thought about a different thing.
So then change it again.
Again, I know,
That's
I
it.
understand, but until May 3, we're gonna have to keep changing our mind. Just about different things all the time.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the yeah. Therefore, a person can sanctify his thoughts. That's the whole idea of the Kedusha of Rosh Hashanah, right? The whole idea is to take me out of that the year, right? The way I think all year long, and the way I think, and I blame everything on everyone else, and all of that stuff that it's their fault, it's his fault, it's her fault, it's their right. All of that stuff. When you come to Rosh Hashanah, you realize Malchus, right? You realize Hakadosh Baruch Hu. It's all you. I forgot that. Right, I forgot that all year long. I forgot that. That's why we have the whole Chodesh Elul. Right, we're getting ready. Right, Yaakov Avinu fought with Esav to get back Elul. You know that, right? Elul was supposed to be one of Esav's months, right? But he fought with him. That was the fight that he was fighting that night. They were fighting. He was trying to get back Elul for us because we need that to get ready for Tishrei. Right? If we don't have Elul, you can't get ready for Tishrei. Right, he had Av and right and what do you call it? Tevet, right? Yes, Tevet's and Av, and he had Elul also. He took it away from him, Baruch Hashem. And we took back also Adar, right? Baruch Hashem. So we can't. Okay, now let's see. We go. Okay, now the whole idea of Rosh Hashanah is to purify my thought, to straighten out my thoughts. Right? Mimamakim, from the depths, I'm calling out to you. We say the Tehillim, right? Like we say every day here, right? We're saying the Tehillim, right? The same, right? Mimamakim, chapter 130, right? Ki mikol mine amukim. If you want to straighten out your thoughts, the way to do it is you just have to go in the way of simplicity, that I could change it. It's simple by changing my thought. That's it. Think of something else. There are 10 different depths. Right, right. So there's good and there's bad. There's 10 levels. There's 10 levels of holiness, and there's 10 of good. 10 levels of impurity. Right. The Tanya calls it the Eser Kisrin de Mistabusa, the 10 crowns of impurity. right? He calls it crown, whatever, it's the same idea. You have the good and the 10 of the bad, okay? ואפילו עומק הטוב צריכים לצורך להשם, כי אפילו מחשבות טובות עושה להעמיק בהם יוסף מדי, כידוע שלא יצא חוץ מהגבול חס ושלום. Even if the person's thinking good things, right? He's on the derech hayosha. So we said you have to always keep your mind in check. Right? So you don't start to think more and go into things that you shouldn't think about. Even if you're thinking good, you're thinking about Hashem. Right? And you're going in the way of Hashem. But don't think you could really understand Hashem's ways. Right? You have to hold yourself back from that also. We don't understand, to realize I'm going on the right path, but even on the right path, I have to be careful also. He's saying that it's not only is it dangerous on the bad path, that we know, but even when you're on the good path, you have to be careful that you don't go michutz lagvul, right? This is where I can go, and I don't go past this point, right? Like we saw what happened with Elisha ben Avuya, right? He became acher, right? He was a great man. He was Rab Meir's Rebbe, right? And he went past. That was the example. He went past. He would look at things that he shouldn't have saw, whatever it was. He went off the deep end, right?
David and I learned with Gilad Chabad Shliach.
Yeah.
Kamar, we were talking about a similar idea. For example, Nadav and Avihu.
Yeah.
They wanted to, in a good way, they wanted to hang out with Hashem and be there and stay up in Shemayim,
Right.
and that's not your purpose. And they, that you're supposed to be down here, and they crossed over a certain line, and they couldn't come back.
Right. So that was the idea that we said that the derech of the Ramban, that the Mishkan was really similar to Har Sinai. That the same way you couldn't go up the mountain at that time. Right. So the same way the Mishkan, they couldn't go past where they thought they can go, but they had to stay out. They weren't invited.
Right.
They weren't invited, but they went into somewhere they went. You have to keep the gvul. You have to keep your mountain, right? Hag bel esahar. Remember it said Hag bel esahar. You have to keep the gvul. You have to keep that boundary.
Yeah.
Right? Keep the boundary. So even if you're on the good side, you got to know.
Another story quoted was Rava and Rebbe Zera, the famous story of the Mount Purim Suda.
No,
He
yeah.
shafted him.
He shafted him.
What do you mean he shafted him? So that's on the Panemius side. The yayin is the soda of Torah. And Reb Zera, have you ever heard this before?
Yeah,
you
sure.
Ever think about this?
Yeah. Go ahead. It's good.
So, and Reb Zera ends up getting the secrets of Torah from Rava, ends up going up to this high place. Goes, this is Gavaldik. I'm up here in Shemayim. I'm flying.
I don't need to be around here. I don't.
Yeah, you're out of here. That's not your purpose, Reb Zera. Your purpose, Reb Zera, is to be down here
And take care of things down here, within the confines of the world.
I know you want, and now Rava has to go ahead and daven up a storm to bring you back.
Right.
But those are even there. Be too.
Here he says, "Va'afilu mi shezoichel lemachshavos tovos." So even if someone that merits to now, you're not thinking about, you're thinking good things. You're thinking of Hashem. You're thinking of tzaddikim. You're thinking of Torah. You're thinking about great things. Lahamik bahem karoyu. Right, you have to keep the gvul there too. Afal pichein tzarich b'chol pam likre mehem el Hashem sheyoytzei oisei Hashem yizbarach. Right, mehem v'aleyu lemala midarga gavoya yoysa. Cry to Hashem to take me to the next level. Let me into the next level. You don't go in. You have to always knock. Right, you know, it's not proper. You don't walk into somebody's house. You just open the door. Right, you have to knock. You knock on the door. Right, so crying out to Hashem is saying, Hashem, can I come into the next level? Right, that asking Hashem. You understand, Sasha? Right, the same way you knock, you say, can I come in? If he says you can't come in, then you don't go in. Right? They say, no, I'm sorry, you can't come in.
Not yet. You got
That's right. There you go. You can only do this if a person is partial. If he's trying to think he knows so much, I'm so advanced. I'm so advanced. Of course, Hashem wants me to come over here. No. Pshitas. You need pshitas on both sides. Simplicity on both sides. Decide to get out of the bed and to keep you in check on the good side. שהסילק דעתוי בכל עץ כאילו אינו יודע כלל לא שהידי זה זוכה בכל פעם למדרגה יוסף גבוה. See, there's the secret Rabbi Nachman was saying. If you say, I don't know anything, Hashem, I don't know anything. I don't know anything. I realize, Hashem, your Torah is infinite. Whatever I have here, I realize I only know a little iota, a little. Even the great tzaddik only knows a little nothing of really what Torah is. I don't know anything. And the more you learn Torah, you realize you don't know. Right? People that don't study Torah, they think they know everything. Right? Or they open up the Mishnah, they open up the Shulchan Aruch. You want to go see. You want to go see. Wow, this is so complicated. You see how deep it is, right? You see how deep the Torah is, right? So even the great people have to, and that's why the Rebbe said, "I don't know anything." But he knew a lot. Between us, he knew more than anyone else knew, of course. But in respect to Hashem, it was nothing. In respect to the way Hakadosh Baruch Hu has the world and everything in the world and the way He runs, it's nothing. And that's such an important thing. As if I don't know anything. And they mamish believe it. It's not a game. They mamish believe that. They realize how great Hashem is. They realize how great Hashem is and how He's controlling everything in the world. He's controlling everyone's thoughts. He's controlling every action, everything that goes on, every blade of grass. You think you can go crazy thinking about it. Everything Hashem is doing at the same moment. It's amazing. Everything is running exactly the way Hashem wants. The Hashgacha Pratis. Rabbi Nachman explained again. This is based again on lesson 78 in the second book, lesson 78. He taught this lesson with this understanding to understand that how he mamish felt he understood nothing, and that brought him to the next. That opened the next door. That opens, and that's how I was able to give over the lesson. And then after, I don't know anything. Unbelievable. Okay. Mikol Sheked, for us today, we don't understand that, right? It's hard for us to relate to this idea. What do you mean, I don't know anything? Well, right? It's hard to relate to that. But if you relate to understanding that I don't know anything, even though I have information, I know a lot, we all have a lot of information. But really, in regard to what HaKadosh, the information Hashem has, it's nothing. Yes, and maybe for other people, it's a lot. Maybe I know a lot more than other people. And maybe this guy knows more than I know. Okay, but that's only amongst us. When it comes to Hashem, what do we really know? What do we really know, right? Does it make sense? Mikol Shekain, mi she'ein datay idiyosai betachlis hashleimus. If a person doesn't have his mind set in the way of shleimus and in completeness, Mikol Shekain, mi she'mizgaber olav oimek ra chas v'sholem, kama v'kama hu tzarich litzoik mimamakim bebechinis mimamakim krasich Hashem. Always cry out to Hashem. And that's why we're saying that kapitel, right? Right, we always say that. We say that on the Aseret Yemei Tshuva. In between, we say Yishtabach, and then we say the Kuf Lamed, capital 130, and then we say the Baruch Hu, right? And that's how we do that, right? We insert that because we're calling out Mimama Kim. Because again, I'm trying to fix my mind. I'm getting Rosh Hashanah. Right, the Rosh Hashanah, I'm fixing my mind, so I'm calling out from the Hashem, from the depths, to get to, okay. Kidei sheyiska levatel ha'amkus ra desitracha shenafel l'teichai. Because I fell so deep sometimes into the ways of the sitracha, I fell so deep into there, and I need to get out, so I'm calling to you, Hashem, mimamakim, from the depths of my heart, mimamakim. I'm calling not from. I'm just calling to you. I'm calling you from the depth where I stumbled. I fell into. Seitim imku. Right, Shazel bechinas mi beten shol shivati. I call out to you from Yonah cried out from the belly of the fish, right? Right? He called out from there. Nema b'seif haTorah. Now again, this is lesson 70. Unbelievable. Okay, so there bechinas tzofu mayim al roishi amarti v'nigzarti karasi shimcha shem ibor tachtiyos. Right? He quotes a pasuk now from Yirmiyahu, right? The water came up to his head, right? Amarti nigzarti karasi shimcha shem ibor tachtiyos. I'm crying out again from the pit that I find myself in. I always cry out to Hashem. He can bring onto himself the way of simplicity. Tamimus, he straightened the pshitas. They'll bring me to all good. Amen. Right? This, and it's so beautiful to see that the Rebbe ends it off like that. Amen. Right? And we believe that. So again, the whole thing, the Yetzer Hara is always trying to bother, get us. And as he do, he gives us all these different thoughts. Right? The different thoughts. Change the thought. Derech hapshitas. You're thinking of something, it's taking you down the road. Change the thought. Yes, and he'll come back again, change it again. Think of something else. And it's like Yaniv said, if you want to think of something else that's totally out there, out of the box, whatever, and it'll get you to get you away from that, so go for it. Whatever you can do to bring you to the day, derech hapshitas, okay? Any questions?
You said this was less than 70?
78. This is based on, all these, this whole halacha, hey, that we're in now is based on lesson 78 in the second book. Yeah. Okay. Okay, let's learn Dvar Halacha. Okay, here we go. Okay. Okay, here we go. Gimel. We're up to Gimel. Okay, so we're talking about the Dine. We're in Kitzur Shulchan Aruch Siman Tes Vav, and today we're up to Gimel. Here we go. Tzrichen lizor shalei limnois es hanosham legulgaloisam leida im yesh minyan. Right? Don't count people. Right? Don't count people. Hey, 1, 2, 3. No, we don't do that. Right? Ki also limnois es yisrael legulgaloisam afilu dvar mitzvah. Even for a dvar mitzvah. Right? That's what we had last week. We had the parshas the machzos hashekel. Right? When Moshe Rabbeinu counted, we wanted to know how many people we were. Everyone gave their machzos a shekel. He counted this column, and he knew how many people it was. We don't count people. So we have the idea. You could say you could do Hashia Samecha Rosh Nasecha Urim Nasamadon. There's 10 words in that part, right? So if you do that, then you can know if there's a minyan. You know where you are, but don't count the people. Vayishma Shol Es Ha'am Vayifkidem a bit tiloim, right? V'noigim limnoisam be'amiras apostle kashias hamech, like we just said, sheyesh by asara tevas. There are 10 different letters. Again, we're learning about the different tens, right? And we need 10. You want to say something, David?
I just say I've seen people, and I think this is counting really, but they go not 1, not 2. But that's really counting.
He says over here to use the pasuk Hashia Samecha.
Okay.
You say Hashia Es Samecha Vorach Es Nachasech Urim V'Naseh V'Ad Loilam, and then if you have a minyan, right? You say the 10 things, and then you said the pasuk. So then it's nice. You're saying a pasuk, right? It's nice, right? And you know if you have a minyan or not. Okay, got it.
Can I go? I want to know if I have a minion. And then
Is that 10 words? Is that 10? 9 words.
I will use that puzzle. Yeah. Tom is it's a 10 word puzzle.
Hashia Es Urim V'Naseh V'Ad Loilam. It's a nice puzzle, right?
Yeah, I never works for me.
Why not?
I don't know. I'm up to Urim.
You could do sheer a pasuk, a couple mashulish. You could do. There's other things you could do also. There's other ways you can do it, but you just don't want to count. You just don't want to count people.
Yeah, right.
Okay?
We're not numbers.
That's because you can't.
We're
count
not
on
numbers, right? Hitler wanted. He said we were numbers, right? He wanted to take away our names, take away who we are. We're not numbers. We're people, and see if we don't count people. Okay? Got it?
Got it.
Okay. Everyone have a wonderful day, and we should hear all the Sorah Tovot.